Hanging from a pull-up bar for just 1 minute every day isn't some trendy fitness hack that sounds too good to be true. It's one of the simplest movements that can completely transform your shoulder health, spinal alignment, and grip strength. Most people never even consider hanging from anything as a legitimate form of exercise, but I'm going to show you exactly what happens to your body when you start doing this consistently. The first thing that changes is your shoulder mobility and health. This one might not seem obvious at first, but you're going to want to hear why hanging is one of the best things you can do for your shoulders. When you hang from a bar with your arms fully extended overhead, you're putting your shoulders into a position they rarely experience in daily life. Your shoulder joint is designed to move through a full range of motion, but most people spend their entire day with their arms at their sides or in front of their body. This creates tightness in the chest and front of the shoulders while weakening the upper back. Hanging reverses all of that. It stretches the pectorals, opens up the shoulder capsule, and activates the muscles that keep your shoulder blade stable. What makes this so powerful is that hanging decompresses the shoulder joint itself. When you're hanging, gravity is gently pulling your arm bone away from the socket, which creates space and reduces compression. This is like giving your shoulders a reset every single day. Most people who start hanging consistently report that nagging shoulder pain starts to disappear within just a few weeks. But have you ever noticed how some people look like they're constantly being pulled down by gravity? Rounded upper back, forward head posture, shoulders that roll inward. That's not just bad posture. That's years of spinal compression and poor movement patterns. Daily hanging can reverse that, and you'll see one of the most dramatic changes in how your spine feels and functions. The second major change is spinal decompression and improved posture. When you hang from a bar, gravity is literally pulling your entire spine into traction. Every vertebra in your back gets gently separated, which creates space between the discs and relieves pressure that's been building up all day from sitting, standing, and moving around. Your spine is designed to have natural curves, but hours of sitting flatten those curves and compress the discs. This compression is what leads to back pain, stiffness, and that feeling like your back is locked up. Hanging creates the opposite effect. It elongates your spine, restores those natural curves, and allows your discs to rehydrate. What's amazing about this is that it doesn't require any effort. You're not actively doing anything except holding on to the bar. Gravity is doing all the work, gently stretching your spine and creating space. We then move to the third change, and it's your grip strength. This might seem like a small benefit, but grip strength is directly linked to overall health and longevity. Studies show that people with stronger grips tend to live longer and maintain better function as they age. A stronger grip often means better overall body strength and less chance of injury. When you hang from a bar, your hands, fingers, forearms, and all the small stabilizer muscles in your arms have to work to support your entire body weight. This creates serious demand on your grip that you can't get from everyday activities. Most people are shocked at how weak their grip is when they first try to hang for even 30 seconds. But here's the thing, your grip adapts incredibly fast. Within just a couple of weeks of hanging daily, you'll notice you can hold on much longer. This carries over to everything else you do. Lifting weights becomes easier because your grip isn't the limiting factor anymore. Carrying groceries, opening jars, and any activity requiring hand strength suddenly feels effortless. Now, before we move on to the next benefit, I want to let you know that daily hanging is powerful, but it's just one piece of building a complete pain-free body. If you want a simple step-by-step blueprint that includes mobility work, strength training, and the exact exercises to fix common movement problems, I created an organized guide for you to follow, and it's linked in the description below. But anyways, the fourth change that happens is improved lat and upper back activation. Most people think hanging is a passive stretch, but your lats and upper back muscles are actually working the entire time to stabilize your shoulder blades and keep your shoulders in the right position. When you hang, your lats have to engage to prevent your shoulders from shrugging up toward your ears. Your rhomboids, lower traps, and serratus anterior all fire to keep your shoulder blades properly positioned on your ribcage. This constant low-level activation teaches these muscles how to work correctly, which carries over to every pulling movement you do. This is why people who hang consistently often see their pull-up numbers improve, even if they're not actively training pull-ups. The daily hanging is teaching their body the correct movement patterns and building the stability needed for more advanced pulling exercises. The fifth change is increased flexibility throughout your entire upper body. Hanging doesn't just stretch your shoulders and spine, it also stretches your lats, your core, and even your hip flexors if you let your lower body relax completely. This full body stretch is something most people never experience because they're always in a compressed position. Your body adapts to the positions you spend the most time in. If you're always hunched over and compressed, that becomes your default posture. But if you spend even just 1 minute per day in a fully lengthened position with your arms overhead, your body starts to remember what proper alignment feels like. Over time, this daily stretch starts to reverse years of tightness and restriction. Your overhead range of motion improves, reaching up becomes easier, and movements that used to feel stiff and limited suddenly feel smooth and natural. The sixth benefit that most people don't expect is improved breathing capacity. When your spine is compressed and your ribs are pulled down by tight shoulders and lats, your lungs can't fully expand. This restricts how much air you can take in with each breath. Hanging opens up your entire rib cage. It lifts your ribs, expands your chest, and creates space for your lungs to fill completely. People who start hanging daily often notice they can breathe more deeply and fully. This increased breathing capacity means more oxygen to your muscles and brain, which translates to better performance in everything you do. The seventh and final benefit is mental resilience and focus. Hanging for a full minute isn't easy, especially when you first start. Your hands burn, your shoulders fatigue, and your mind starts telling you to let go. But when you push through and complete the full minute, you're building mental toughness. This might sound dramatic, but the ability to stay calm under physical stress translates to everything else in life. You're training your nervous system to stay relaxed even when things are uncomfortable. This carries over to workouts, stressful situations, and any challenge that requires you to push through discomfort. How do you actually implement daily hanging into your routine? It's simple. Find a pull-up bar, whether it's at the gym, at a park, or install one in your doorway. Start by grabbing the bar with both hands slightly wider than shoulder width apart. Let your body hang with your arms fully extended. Don't pull yourself up, just hang there. If you can't hang for a full minute right away, that's completely normal. Start with whatever time you can manage, even if it's just 10 or 15 seconds. Rest for a moment, then hang again. Repeat until you've accumulated 1 minute of total hanging time. As you get stronger, you'll be able to hang for longer uninterrupted periods. The key is consistency. Hanging for 1 minute every single day is far more effective than hanging for 5 minutes once per week. Your body adapts to frequent exposure, and the daily stimulus is what creates lasting changes in your mobility, strength, and posture. Some tips to make hanging more effective. Keep your shoulders pulled down away from your ears. Don't let them shrug up. This engages your lats properly. Breathe normally throughout the hang. Don't hold your breath and let your lower body relax completely. You want your entire spine to decompress, not just your upper back. As you get more comfortable with basic hanging, you can add variations. Try a wider grip to emphasize lat stretch. Try a narrower grip to focus more on shoulder mobility. You can even do active hangs where you pull your shoulder blades down and together, then relax and repeat. This adds an element of strength training to the mobility work. And with that, guys, you've got everything you need to understand why hanging for just 1 minute every day can transform your body. If you found this video helpful, make sure you leave your comments and thumbs up below. Let me know if you're going to start hanging daily and what changes you notice. And if you haven't already, make sure you subscribe and turn on notifications so you never miss a video when we put one out.